Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW, and I'm here in division with a German friend by the name of TotoGiant. And between us, we have a good understanding of each other's languages, so we are able to communicate when we play a game. And it was really nice for him to drop me a message on PSN and say, do you fancy a few games? I was like, yes, why not? Let's jump together for a couple. I've made a lot of friends over the time I've been playing warships. If you want to be my friend too, feel free to drop me an invitation and we can play a couple of games together. And Toto tells me that the Schlieffen on our team is a good friend of his and a very good player as well, which is nice to know because then we know we've got at least 3 half-decent players in the team. Now, both destroyers have spawned across here on the right side of the map, and we initially think, okay, we'll play up this side of the map, but then we realise that the Shimikaze is not going sort of towards B and is not going towards A, and it's like, oh dear, what do we do now? There is a Shima in division with an Awami on red team, so we are looking out for that Awami so we can work out whether or not we've got the Shimikaze on this side of the map as well. So that's an interesting thing to point out. It's something that I do at the start of every game. I look at the team build-up, I look at what ships they've got, I look at whether or not there are any divisions, what risks are there to me, you know, is there a radar cruiser, potentially the Minotaur, is there a battleship with huge secondaries that I might need to stay away from? And the thing is with these Awamis is these bloody long-range torpedoes that they've got, because I think they're the biggest torpedo boats in the game, given that they're a tier 8, so they're slightly bigger than the Key. So yeah, and the range on these torpedoes as well is quite significant, so it's not something that you want to tangle with. Now I'm looking here, I'm thinking, is that Yamato going to is he going to stop? Is he going to push? Let's have a look. Let's just put some torpedoes there. I'll probably hit the corner of the island. But that Awami is getting absolutely pounded, and whereas we were going to push into that cap, we're not going to. And there's one reason why, because there's a Shimikaze. And we're going to put some fire out onto him and try and bait his torpedoes. But we are hitting a smoke screen because there are 2 Awamis and a Yamato out there. And the chances are we're going to get a wall of skill come through this smoke screen. But there he is, and I'm thinking this Shima is being picked up at 6 kilometers. And there we go, look. There's 10 of his 15 torpedoes. Or maybe, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So it could be the Shima, it might even be one of those Awamis. So we're going to turn around and back off a little bit because we're pushing in against too many ships, and we can actually use torpedoes and range and high explosive because that Shima can't see us anymore. You notice that the Shimikaze on our team is way out there on the flank, and we're kind of trying to figure out what he's doing. But right before my torpedoes hit the battleship sinks, and then I get a dev strike, and I'm thinking, how on earth did I dev strike that battleship? And then we realise that the Shimikaze sailed straight into those torpedoes. So that was a nice little surprise and a lucky strike. I will apologise for my phone going ding dong ding. That is the lovely lady Kirsty, so I'll just read those messages and put it on mute. But there we go. The Yamato is going to push round behind the island. We've got our smoker running. He is getting absolutely chonked, and Toto picks up the kill there. So that is nicely done. We are now going to put our engines in forwards, and we're going to sail onto sea cap and turn that one blue for us. Now the guys hanging at the back and that guy who's hung on the corner of that island are in a little bit of trouble because the guys at the back can't really get shots on anything, I don't think. And that guy who was sat in the corner, there we go. He has just been nuked by red team's destroyer that came around. So that destroyer didn't even go for the capture point. He's just gone straight round. That means that our friend there in the Schlieffen on A cap is going to have to push through on that cap and see what he can do to get it turned in our favour. But as long as he's on that cap, even if red team get into it, it's still going to be contested. We should have this cap, and that will give us the points advantage. We're almost 200 points up. And there's the Iwami, the guy furthest at the back, who's asking for intelligence data or data. You know why that is, don't you? Because that destroyer has just come around the corner. Now, if he was to look at the mini-map, he'll realise that we're both on this side of the map. So the closest ship to where that destroyer is, apart from the Schlieffen, who's contesting a cap, is him. But there we go. He actually lands a torpedo on it, I think, and kills it. So beware the Iwami torpedoes, because they can catch you by surprise. Now, the Yamato, on the other hand, and oh, look, there's a Minotaur. What's he doing out here? How come he hasn't been deleted with a full broadside of armor penetrating yet? No idea, but he's just killed an Iwami. Oh, and now he's running a smoke screen. Well, that only means one thing, really, doesn't it? And I'm actually setting up for 2 attacks from this point on. Because that Minotaur doesn't want to get spotted, because that happens, you lose a chunk of your health. But at the same time, I am stalking this Yamato, because that Minotaur, I know, is going to back up into a smoke screen, and I've put all my torpedoes through there. We can forget about those torpedoes. They're going to take forever to reach that, and I'm half expecting that somebody's going to blind fire his smoke and delete him. But as this video is called Lucky Strikes, you never know what might happen in this one. But we're looking around, we're watching for the torpedoes running, because I don't want to open up on this Yamato until such time as those torpedoes are about to run through that smoke screen. So we've got a couple of keys to play with. We get a dev strike on the Minotaur in his smoke screen with 2 torpedoes. The smoke is rolling, and we are straight onto this Yamato. Now, you will notice that I run my legendary reload mod on the Daring. A lot of people think that's crazy. I should run it on a cruiser, but trust me, every little percent on this reload just brings it further and further down, and it's almost like there's a Fletcher or a similar destroyer like that, like the Sims, a pure gunboat out here. We've had 2 fires on him. He's put those out. We've had 3 fires now, so his damage control is ticking. He's still in range of us, and we are just going to keep loading these shots onto him. There's another fire. That is a stick and tick. I've come out my smoke because I want to bait this guy. Put your salvo on me, not on the rest of the team. I can afford to take it. It doesn't matter if I die, because you are the last guy out there, and mate, you're screwed. You've hung at the back, you've turned, you've ran, and now you've got nowhere to go. And just to bait him a little bit more, I pop my smoke screen and disappear as the Iwami slams him broadside. So a low damage game with just under 64,000. We get a couple of kills, we get a solo cap, we get 2 quite surprising, devastating strikes. 2,500 plus on a game. It's a good game. It's nothing great, but I pick up top slot, and Toto gets 4th in his friend in the Schlieffen gets 2nd spot. So all in, a good game for the team. So well played. I hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to smash the like button, leave me a comment, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's really appreciated. Take care. Until next time. Goodbye.